I'm going to make some ramen today, some kicked up ramen. I'm going to use some 4 packages of them. I'm going to use some shiitake mushrooms, and some garlic, and some tofu. You could use shrimp or something else if you wished. This is black vinegar, but cider vinegar works just fine. Chicken stock that's has less sodium, and some Samba Olek. And here's some soy sauce, and a package of baby spinach, and some ginger and sugar. And I believe I have most everything out. Let's get going. I cut up my tofu into chunks, little chunks. Some are larger, and I've been trying to get most of the juice off, the liquid off, with paper towels. And that's my second time I use paper towels on them. And then once I try and get them dry, I'm going to add soy sauce to them and make them wet again. I'm going to toss them around in 2 teaspoons of soy sauce and let them sit here for like 5 minutes and soak it up. And I also cut up my mushrooms. I just cut up the caps, and here is 2 cloves of garlic and some ginger that I grated, a teaspoon of that, and 2 cloves of garlic. I've been heating my pan up over medium-high heat. I add some oil. You can use vegetable oil, any kind of oil that you want. And I went ahead and put some cornstarch in here too. And I'm going to fry up the tofu. Just kind of cook it a little bit. Well, I've cooked this tofu for about 10 minutes. And it breaks up and everything, and if you wanted to, you could break all of it up, and that way the kids wouldn't see big white chunks if you're cooking this for kids. So I'm going to take it out, get it all out. Cooking the tofu this way really does change it and makes it taste very nice. I sort of got this idea from another cook on YouTube. She goes by simply Sara, and she is just an excellent cook. You really ought to check her out. I'll put a link to her channel in the description, and you won't be sorry if you go check her out. I mean, she can cook. She is just excellent. So I got most of the tofu out. I'm going to put in the garlic and the ginger. And I'm going to add just a little more oil because it's a little dry. I'm going to add some of the sambal, about a tablespoon. That'll just make it have a kick. It won't really be real hot or anything. You can add more. And here go the mushrooms. Stir those in. I'm going to add just some more oil. We're going to cook the mushrooms until they brown up. I've cooked the mushrooms about 10 minutes. I'm going to add the chicken broth. I'm going to add 3.5 cups. 3.5 cups of chicken broth. You know, if you used vegetable broth, this would be vegetarian. I'm going to kind of break these up a little bit. The noodles. Put these in there. And let this come back up to a simmer. I threw the seasoning packets away, but you know, if you really wanted to, you could use those instead of the chicken broth, but I wouldn't use all of them. Well, it has not come up to a simmer, but I've been stirring it and breaking up the noodles a bit, and the noodles are absorbing that chicken broth, and I think I'm ready to add the vinegar. 3 tablespoons of vinegar. Really, any vinegar will do. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of sugar. Put that in there. Mix it around. I'm going to start adding the spinach. Add like half of the package. Stir that in. Add the rest of the spinach. That's a 6-ounce package. And stir the rest of the spinach in. Just wilt it. And I'm going to put the tofu in. I'll tell you, cooking that tofu really changes the flavor and gives it a good flavor. And just let this spinach wilt, and we're ready to plate. I have some dished up. I put a little cilantro on the plate and some lime wedges in case you want to make it a little more sour. And of course you could add some hot sauce or sriracha to this and make it even more hotter and tasty. That is so good. I love noodles, love them. Thanks so much for watching.